white belt, basic number 1. Huh! White belt, basic number 2. Huh! White belt, basic number 3. Huh! White belt, basic number 4. Huh! White belt, basic number 1. Huh! White belt, basic number 2. Huh! White belt, basic number 3. Huh! White belt, basic number 4. Huh! Okay, we're going to go over the white belt basics step by step. So we're going to start in our ready position. We're going to slide back into our offensive stance. So that's going to be our right leg back on this side, and we're going to lock the back leg and then bend the front knee. And then from here, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to place it above our leg here in like a low block position. Right hand is going to be high chamber. And then we're going to start off with a reverse or back leg front kick to the chest, come down, double punch to the chest or sternum, and then slide back. Okay, for white belt basic number 2, we're going to slide back again into our offensive stance, and we're going to throw a reverse front kick, and this time we're going to follow up with a punch to the sternum, a high punch to the nose, and a low punch down to the stomach or belt level, and then slide back. Next, for white belt basic number 3, we're going to slide back, offensive stance. We're going to throw our reverse front kick, and this time we're going to throw a high block with our right, high block with our left, so a double high block, followed with a double punch to the chest. And last, for white belt basic number 4, from offensive stance, throw your reverse front kick, and this time we're going to do double low block. So we're going to go right low block because we kicked with our right leg first, then a left low block, followed up with a right left double punch. Okay, now we're going to do white belt basics on the opposite side. So this time I'm going to slide back with my left leg into my offensive stance, and I'm going to throw my left leg reverse front kick, and then I'm going to follow up with a left hand punch to the chest, right hand punch to the chest, and slide back. For white belt basic number 2, same thing. We're going to slide back with our left leg into our offensive stance, throw our left leg front kick, left hand punch to the chest, right hand punch high to the nose, left hand punch low to the stomach or belt level, and slide back. Okay, for white belt basic number 3, slide back into your offensive stance, throw your reverse front kick, and we're going to start off with a left high block because we kicked with our left leg, and then a right high block, and then a left right double punch to the chest. Okay, and then last but not least, white belt basic number 4, from offensive stance, left leg reverse front kick to the chest, and left hand low block, right hand low block, left right double punch to the chest. White belt basic number 1. Huh! White belt basic number 2. Huh! White belt basic number 3. Huh! White belt basic number 4. Huh! White belt basic number 1. Huh! White belt basic number 2. Huh! White belt basic number 3. Huh! White belt basic number 4. Huh! Okay, for orange belt basic number 1, we're going to slide back into our defensive stance. So my defensive stance, I'm going to take my right leg or my right foot and I'm going to point it to the right, and my left foot pointing towards my opponent, making an L shape with their feet. I'm going to bend both knees slightly, and I'm going to have my hands open. My left hand is no higher than my shoulder. My right hand, I'm going to bring it in right below my sternum, palm facing up. For orange belt basic number 1, we're going to start off with a back leg front kick to the chest or face level. Bring my right hand up. I'm going to do an inside knife chop to the neck, and then I'm going to bring my left hand up, throw that same inside knife chop to the neck. And then we're going to slide back to our defensive stance. Okay, next for orange belt basic number 2, we're going to slide back into our defensive stance. And this time, we're going to throw a back leg roundhouse kick. So I throw my back leg roundhouse kick to the chest or head level. I'm going to land in a horse riding stance first, and then I'm going to bring both hands up above my head, doing an X block. Now I'm going to take my right hand and throw an outside knife edge chop to the neck or collarbone level. And then I'm going to take my right foot and turn it straight, bending my right knee. Now I'm in a forward stance. So this sets me up for my left hand punch to the chest. And I'm going to slide back into my defensive stance. Okay, for orange belt basic number 3, we're going to slide back into our defensive stance. And this time, I'm going to throw a lead leg side kick to the chest. So I'm going to slide my left foot in, bring my left knee all the way up, chambering it, and then I'm going to pivot on my standing foot, throw my standing side kick. Now, as I come down to a small horse riding stance, I'm going to throw a left back fist to the temple, and I'm going to take my left foot, step out, turn it straight. Now I'm set up into my forward stance. Now I can throw a right punch to the chest. And then from here, back to my defensive stance. Okay, for orange belt basic number 4, from defensive stance, we're gonna throw a stepping side kick. So that means I'm gonna take my back leg, I'm gonna bring it up and cross it behind my lead leg. Now I'm gonna pick my lead leg up, my left leg, all the way up to the chest, chambering it. I'm gonna pivot on my standing foot, throw my side kick, and as I come down into my horse riding stance, I'm gonna throw my left back fist to the temple, step out with my left, and pivot my back foot, setting me up into my forward stance, so I can throw my right hand reverse punch to the chest. And then from here, set into my defensive stance. All right, now we're going to perform orange belt basics on the opposite side. So, for orange orange belt basic number 1, we're going to slide back with our left leg into our defensive stance. Now this time my left toes are pointing to the left, obviously, and now my right toes are pointing straight ahead towards my opponent. I got my hands open in my defensive stance here. I'm going to start off with my back leg doing a front kick to the chest. As I come down into my forward stance, I'm going to throw a left hand inside knife chop to the neck, and then a right hand inside knife chop to the neck. And then slide back into my defensive stance. Okay, for orange belt basic number 2, I'm going to slide back into my defensive stance, and I'm going to throw a back leg roundhouse. As I come down to a small horse riding stance, facing to the right, I'm going to X block above my head, throw my left hand outside knife chop to the neck, and then I'm going to take my left foot, bring it out. I'm going to bend my knee, so now I'm in a forward stance, and that sets me up for my right hand punch to the chest. Now for orange belt basic number 3, I'm going to slide back into my defensive stance, and I'm going to do my lead leg side kick. So I'm going to pull my right foot in, then my right knee all the way up towards the chest, pivoting on my left foot, throw my side kick, and as I land in my small horse riding stance, I'm going to throw a right back fist to the temple. I'm going to step out with my right foot this time, and I'm going to throw a left reverse punch to the chest from a forward stance. Okay, orange belt basic number 4. Slide back into your defensive stance. Now this time take your left leg and cross it behind your lead leg for your stepping side kick. So I'm going to bring my left leg all the way up to the point to where my left knee is now behind my right knee, okay, and lightly touching. So now I'm going to bring my right leg all the way up. I'm going to pivot on my left, throw my side kick, land in a small horse riding stance, and throw my back fist to the temple, and step out to my forward stance, and left punch to the chest. Orange belt, basic number 1. Huh! Orange belt, basic number 2. Orange belt, basic number 3. Huh! Orange belt, basic number 4. Huh! Orange belt, basic number 1. Orange belt, basic number 2. Huh! Orange belt, basic number 3. Huh! Orange belt, basic number 4. Huh! And that was our orange belt basic kick punch curriculum. Yellow belt, basic number 1. Yellow belt, basic number 2. Huh! Yellow belt, basic number 3. Huh! Yellow belt, basic number 4. Huh! Yellow belt, basic number 1. Huh! Yellow belt, basic number 2. Huh! Yellow belt, basic number 3. Huh! Yellow belt, basic number 4. Huh! Okay, now we're going to break down yellow belt basics step by step. Okay, in yellow belt basic number 1, we're going to slide back into our defensive stance. And we're going to start off with our back leg doing a front kick to the chest or face level. And then we're going to take our left leg and we're going to throw a roundhouse kick. After we throw our roundhouse kick, we're going to land in a small horse riding stance. We're going to take our left hand, we're going to throw our back fist to the temple. And then we're going to pull it back in, we're going to cover, and our right hand, we're going to throw a vertical punch to the sternum, followed up with one more back fist to the temple, and then slide back into your defensive stance. Okay, next up, we're going to go over yellow belt basic number 2. Slide back into your defensive stance. This time we're going to lead off with our back leg roundhouse. As we come down into a small horse riding stance, we're going to follow up with a stepping side kick. So now we're going to take our left leg and cross behind our right leg. We're going to throw our side kick. As we come down and land in a small horse riding stance, we're going to take our right hand and throw our back fist to the temple. And as we're pulling it back to cover, we're going to throw a left vertical punch to the sternum, and then follow it up with one more back fist to the temple. Okay, next up, yellow belt basic number 3. Slide back. We're going to start off with our back leg roundhouse kick. As we come down, we're going to turn our foot in towards our back foot to set us up for our turning back kick with our left leg. So I'm going to look over my left shoulder and throw my left leg back kick. As I come down in a small horse riding stance, I'm going to throw my left back fist to the temple, followed up with my vertical punch as I cover, and then one more snapping back fist to the temple. Okay, for our last basic in yellow, number 4, we slide back into our defensive stance. We're going to throw a back leg side kick. As we come down, we're going to turn that foot in to set us up for our turning back kick with our left leg. As I come down into my small horse riding stance, I'm going to follow up with my triple punches. All right, now we're going to go over yellow belt basics from the opposite side. So I'm going to slide back with my left leg into my defensive stance, and I'm going to start off with my left leg doing the front kick. I'm going to bring it down, set this up for our back leg, my right leg, roundhouse kick. As I come down to my small horse riding stance, I'm going to follow up with my triple punches. Okay, next up, we're going over yellow belt basic number 2 from the opposite side. So slide back into your defensive stance and lead off with a back leg roundhouse kick. As you come down into your small horse riding stance, this time you're going to take your right leg and cross it behind your left. Throw your left leg side kick. Come down into your small horse riding stance and finish with your triple punch. Huh! Okay, next up, yellow belt basic number 3 from opposite side. Slide back and lead off with your left leg roundhouse kick. And as you come down with your left leg, make sure to turn your foot in towards your back foot to set you up for your right leg turning back kick. As you come down in your small horse riding stance facing this direction, you end with your triple punch. Huh! And last but not least, yellow belt basic number 4 from opposite side. Slide back and lead off with the back leg, left leg, side kick. Come down, turn that foot in toward your back foot to set you up for your turning back kick over your right shoulder. Land in your small horse riding stance facing this direction and end with your triple punch. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 1. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 2. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 3. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 4. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 1. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 2. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 3. Huh! Yellow belt basic number 4. Huh! And that's everything that we teach for our yellow belt basic kick punch curriculum.